Hello, today we're going to have a look at writing body paragraphs for our studied visual text, our Shawshank Redemption. Once again, we've got our performance criteria here: analyse specified aspects of studied visual and oral text supported by evidence, which we've looked at and talked about. Okay, if we just scroll through, we are having a bit of a go at question number 2. We've already looked at the introduction, so now we're starting to think about the body of our essay, and we need at least 3, perhaps 4, even 5 body paragraphs where we continue to explain and develop our points. And obviously we're arguing or analysing the techniques that Frank Darabont, the director, uses to create this powerful emotional moment. Now, we've got these examples here of this scene, and they're going to come in useful. So if we look here, body paragraphs, okay, we really need to use examples where the markers look that you've used examples, that you've used enough examples, and obviously that you've answered the question. And we've got this magic sentence type that we use to show that we've done that. We always start with through the use of, name the technique, okay? And we've got this example here. Through the use of diegetic sound, the director's able to place the viewer at the scene with the prisoners as they encounter the beauty of music. As our little example here. So we're going to have a go at writing our body paragraph, and instead of laying it all out, I've got a bit of a structure for you. On the right hand side is our one of our paragraph structures that we look at, the lawyer, and that gives us a bit of a framework, but we've adapted that slightly to fit with our question and our text. State your point, why it matters, deliver some evidence, and sum up. Okay, so I've started off this body paragraph by saying the powerful emotional moment, which lasted until the guards shut off the PA, was created with several techniques. This is important because, give another sentence on the importance. Okay, this is important because, for example, we're able to see the juxtaposition of hope in a bleak environment. This is important because it gives us an insight into Andy's character. It gives us an insight into the conditions of the prisoners and how something like this might make a difference to them. Those are all things that you could possibly use. Then we have to give a couple of examples here. So give an example of camera movement. Through the use of camera movement and close-up shots, the camera moves slowly along the cord to the PA system, and in the build-up to Andy turning it on and putting the record player, setting the record player going, and through the use of diegetic sound, Andy switches the PA on. We get a slight hiss of feedback and the crackly sound of the record on the system, and then the prisoners look up in surprise. These examples are important because it helps set the scene. It helps provoke a response of these examples are important into the build-up of the music coming over the PA system, because it helps give us some context. So there's an example of a lawyer paragraph. Let's have a look at a different paragraph type here, the hammer paragraph. Now, the hammer is a fairly simple type of paragraph where you just rattle off a number of examples and then explain why they matter. I think at the beginning of this, we really need to help target the question. So I've led in there with a bit of a sentence for that. Darabont, the director, combined several techniques to create mood and tone, in this case delivering a powerful emotional moment. Now, through the use of, we've got 3 of those, and we'll go back and we're going to look at our examples and copy those in. So through the use of non-diegetic sound of Red's voiceover saying, and dialogue saying, I tell you those voices soared higher and farther than a person in a grey place dares to dream. And for a moment, every last man at Shawshank felt free. Okay, so we've got actually a combination there of 2 things. We've got the non-diegetic voiceover, we've got dialogue, and we've got a whole series of examples here that we could use and adapt to this through the use of. And then we need to say something about the impact. Okay, the impact of Red's voiceover telling you those voices soared higher and farther than a person in a grey place dared to dream combines with the close-up shots of the prisoners' faces as it pans across them. They're looking surprised. They're looking in awe and contemplation. Okay, so there are some examples there that you're going to have to just combine for that sentence and for that paragraph type.